Ombu evacuated its bowels. What? Why is that news? What? Can we see? Can we see the evacuation? I don't know why I sound so excited by that. I just wasn't expecting that message to come up. Hello people, and welcome to the Wandering Village. Hope you're having a wonderful day. The dev sent me a code for this, so of course, like always, we're going to check it out and see what we think together. And this is a city simulation built on the back of a dinosaur, is about the best way that I can describe it. So, let's go for a new game together, shall we? So we'll go for the middle difficulty, as always. We'll see what we think, and we need a name for our dinosaur mountain, or dinosaur town, so we'll go for eggs with legs. Let's start the game.
Driven from our homes by the toxic spores, we kept wandering, looking for shelter. But not in our wildest dreams did we imagine what we would find.
Okay, so we load in, and this is what we're greeted with. It has a really cute art style, I will give it that. And we live on the back of this thing, which is this huge dinosaur. That's a mountain and has 6 legs. Not quite sure how to describe it, but that's probably the best I can do. Right, so it's pretty similar to what we're used to. We've got resources in the top left. There's berries, wood, stone, and water. Then we've got research trees, there's temperatures, climates, there's a poison mechanic to deal with, alongside food and countless settlers. Pretty similar sort of simulation vibes that we've used to before. We've got our build menu down here. So I guess we'll just start placing some tents, right? That's sort of what we want to do first. So let's go get some housing down. So we can hold shift and it'll sort of multiple drop them, which is quite handy. And then it's got a really... I'm not quite sure how to describe the art style, especially like the perspective as well. It's almost kind of an isometric 3D, I guess is the way I would describe it. It's kind of unique. It's a fun game to look at. Very, very pretty, very distinctively visual. Which I guess comes with having a simulation for a city sim on the back of a dinosaur. Cool, so we're building some tents. Let's come ahead and build a workers post as well. So this is going to be used to manage workers, make them specialize as transporters, harvesters, or builders. Workers in this building get a small movement speed boost. That sounds good to me. So we'll have this here. So we can also mark some resources for harvest here. We can specialize which ones we want. And then there's also these little spikes on the ground, which are Onbu spikes. So they can be harvested but reduce Onbu's trust. I'm taking Onbu as the dinosaur, and these spikes are growing out of his back, and we can harvest them for stone. It's quite barbaric. Okay. But, okay, so we can rip the stone out of his back, but that's going to reduce his trust. I'm guessing if his trust gets too low, then what he throws is off of his back. I have no idea. We're going to find out together, I'm sure. Okay, cool. So these are all working. That's going to get built as well. We've got a research building to build as well. Why don't we go for that? We'll place this here. Then we can also build some dirt roads in a very similar sort of draw out configuration to Farthest Frontier for those that follow that series on the channel. There we go. And let's also harvest this stone over here as well. So food is always a priority in these sorts of games, isn't it? So let's build a berry gatherer. So of course they will collect berries from nearby berry bushes without damaging them. The more berry bushes surround the building, the more efficient it is. I'm going to guess that these are berry bushes. Yes, they are. Tremendous. Okay, so can we find a big cluster of them? I'm guessing this is pretty big right here, isn't it? Okay, so we'll stick the berry gatherer up on this spot. It says 31% efficiency. That doesn't seem very high, does it? But that's about... Oh, actually, there's quite a lot of berry bushes over here. Can we cancel that construction? Okay, let's do it over here instead then. 49% efficiency here. Cool. Build it over there then. That seems like a little bit more of a sensible idea. So we've also got this sort of event ping feed in the bottom left, which is quite handy just to let you know what's going on. Okay, then we should have next research. Okay, so this is coming from building the research lab. Let's open the research tree first of all and have a look at this. So we've got 3 different tabs, and then each of the tabs has its own tree. We also have a research currency to spend in the form of knowledge. So you can see, some of the researchers here require 1 knowledge in order for them to research. Exactly how we acquire knowledge, I'm not entirely sure. Tribe was gathered by exploring the world. Okay, so I'm guessing we'll gather that. We also have research tree for Onbu, which I'm never going to remember that name. We might just call him Dave or something. So the hornblower is used to issue commands to Dave, which it may or may not follow. Allows you to click on the crossroads on the world map to decide which way to go. Okay, let's have a look at the world map then. Okay, yeah, so he's just sort of walking along here. There's a Dave sleeping spot. And a Dave feeding spot. There's forests, ruined settlements, actual settlements, quarries and stuff that we can send people out to explore. So we'll hopefully get involved with that today. But I think that if we get the hornblower researched, then that should hopefully allow us to be a little bit more efficient on that map. No idea. We've only played a little bit of this game. Cool, so let's have a look at some more food. The airwell will automatically extract water from the air. Works better at high humidity levels. No water is produced in deserts. Okay. So we've got a normal humidity at the minute, but I guess it can't really hurt to build this, can it? So, okay, let's go ahead and throw this over here somewhere. Seems good enough to me. And then I guess we should do a farm as well, shouldn't we? We do need wood though. Let's make sure that we are continually harvesting as many trees as possible. So it's a finite size map clearly because we can't build off of Dave. So I guess eventually we will only be able to hit a certain size. It doesn't seem that big, but of course we don't know. We're only at the start of the game right now. But yes, I definitely do want to build a farm. So why don't we see if we can... That looks like you can't grow it on this dirt because it seems that all the little dots turn red, and when it's on green, they're white. So I'm guessing that we can't have that there. So we'll build a farm there as well. Seems good enough to me. And then is there anything else we're missing here too? We could have a water tank which will store water for us. That seems like it's going to be a good idea, doesn't it? So let's go ahead and chuck this over there. And then a pantry as well. I guess it's going to store all kinds of foods for the villagers. That seems a good shout to me. We'll have that next to the water tank. But I'm a huge fan of the animation. Usually these kind of cel-shaded games and sort of funky animation styles I'm not a massive lover of. And I can only really play them for a little bit, but there's something about this one. I can't quite put my finger on it. It's a really cute little animation style. It's a fun little game to watch. Do let me know what you think of it down in the comments as well, and whether or not you want this a series. I can't imagine it will become a series, but we can at least explore it in this first video together, and you guys can make a judgment as to whether or not it is indeed for you. Cool, let's make sure we keep harvesting all this stuff then. Get it harvested up. We've got 82 food at the minute, which is quickly depreciating. Okay, so we got some meters over here. Dave's poison level, Dave's hunger, and Dave's sleepiness. And Dave's health is 100%. Okay, so we don't have a hornblower built yet. We can't do anything here. We need a feeding trebuchet built. Okay. A doctor built if he gets sick. So it's almost like you're managing the city itself, or the town, the settlement, whatever you want to call it. But then you've also got to manage the health and the happiness of the map, which is a really unique sort of take on the city sim. You know, in City Skylines you can damage the map as much as you want and there's never any repercussion, but here there is, and I think that's quite a unique little take on the city sim, if I do say so myself. Right. Wonderful. Let's build some more dirt roads up to our farm. Cool. I really like as well that it tells you how many you have idle in the population count. That's very handy for me. Cool. Okay, so we can add workers onto our berry gatherers. I'm assuming we can do the same thing here as well. Yeah, we've got 2 scientists researching what we want at the minute. Okay, we could definitely do with some more stone. All this is marked for harvest though, so I'm hoping that's going to come at some point. Looks like they're just coming to collect this wood over here. Very nice. Do we have enough housing? Total people 16, 12 housing. No, yes, we need more houses. How many do these tents hold? 2 people. Okay, we need 2 more then. There we go. You're saying not enough stone. hopefully you guys are going to come start gathering this stone soon. There's a boulder here which can be mined for stone by an adjacent quarry. I'm guessing that's a building, isn't it? Probably under raw resources, but we haven't researched it yet, I'm guessing. Going up to... Oh. He's walking. Look at his little legs. Oh, so cute. It looks like he's made out of chocolate and moss, I guess. Yeah, it's has a very charming animation style, doesn't it? I hope you all agree that it's just a wonderfully pretty game to watch. So if we look at the map now, he's actually moving around. We found a comfy spot for Dave to sleep, free of any poison. Okay. There's a feeding spot coming up. So we can get the scavengers outpost, which I believe will let us come and explore these little things on the map, which will then give us further resources. Oh, there's nomads further down the road. A group of nomads looking for a new home. Okay, so maybe they'll come in and join the town then, I guess. That's sort of the expected thing, isn't it? Cool, so let's make sure we've got everything. We've got the air well now, we've got the berry gatherer. The farm is up, although we do need to plant something. Okay, so we can add a plot. Why don't we have some farming taking place here? At the minute they're planting beets. I'm guessing we will find further vegetables to plant and whatnot. Alright, let's add another worker into here as well. Because that food is going down a little bit, so we want to make sure we can survive if we're dying of nothing but beetroot. Imagine the stains on the teeth with that, right? This place is unaffected by poison and looks comfortable for Obu to sleep in. Okay, it's all pink anyway. It's candy floss land. You look at all the little buildings. Can you see what I mean? It's like a 3D isometric. And I'm not quite sure how to describe the art style. So there's people carrying water back into here. And our air well is going to be extracting water. 150 production speed at the minute. Oh, that's because we've just moved into a humid environment, which is good, I guess. Well, now everything's very green all of a sudden. Okay, yeah, because we're moving into green fields biome. Oh, so he also has a heart rate. Okay. Guess we have to keep our eye on that. I don't know what his heart rate is supposed to be. 3 beats a minute for a creature that big sounds dangerously low. I'm not sure if we're to real life, but we'll see what we can do. So we've also got some tabs down here for a mycologist. This is going to be plants and harvest mushrooms as ingredients for ombu food. Must be placed on dirt soil. Oh yeah, okay, so it's the opposite of the farm. The little dots turn red if it can't be grown here. Okay then, let's make a little ombu farm then. Build that there. And then there's also some resources here too for carpentry and a stone cutter. Okay, let's build these then. Why don't we see if we can make a little sort of industrial area. Don't know if this is the right mindset to be in for this game, but we'll find out together. Let's sort of connect all these roads up and then we'll go ahead and build that carpenter over here. But that's going to do what? Make wood planks from wood. I'm guessing we're going to need wood planks for some building eventually. And then the stone slabs at the stone cutter as well. They sound handy to have. So why don't we partner our building here? We can't spin them around by the looks of it. I can't find a button that does that. So we'll just place them together and see what it looks like. We're going to lose some berries over here though. Hopefully that's not too much of a problem. So here's our little farms, our little beet farms. Really nice soundtrack as well, everyone. I hope you're enjoying the soundtrack. Okay, so our research is completed. We now have the horn blower, which is good. We've got a dung collector, which collects dung from ombu, which can be fertilized. It collects it from Dave. Okay, not sure how that's going to happen. God forbid the animation for that building. I'm sure we'll get there eventually. But let's do some stuff for the village. A kitchen seems like a fun thing to make. And then we can get the scavenger's hut, which will send workers out to scavenge rare resources and new villagers, which sounds handy. So we'll do that as well. Right, so we've got 3 beetroot here. Guessing they're going to be stored in the pantry, are they? Yes, they are. Okay, and then hopefully once we've researched that kitchen, we can do something else with them. So the mycologist has finished building now. This is going to be planting Ombu's food for us, or Dave's food, sorry. I will get the name right eventually. Something like that. Is that big enough? I guess we'll find out. I do love their little hoeing animation. And I do mean that in the sense of gardening, not any other capacity. Okay. So our carpenter is here. He now requires 3 logs in order to make some planks, which is fine. Let's go ahead and mark some more trees for harvest. And here's our berry gatherers too. I do love their little animation. This is like pulling it up out of the grass. Oh, he's very happy. How cute. He's happy gathering his little berries. What's your name? What? Yeah, I mean, what is his name? It's what? What? What's my name? What? What? That could go on forever, couldn't it? That's hilarious. Okay. We encountered a small group of villagers looking for a home. Will you let them join them? We can pick them up or send them away. Sure, let's pick them up. 2 healthy people joined your village. Okay. That's good, at least they're not unhealthy. Is there anything else coming up on the map? Oh, we're coming up to a crossroads here. Where we can build the hornblower, which we actually have now, don't we? Let me not forget to build that. There we go. So the hornblower is used to issue commands to Ombu, which it may or may not follow. Okay, wonderful. So we can only place this near his head. Which I guess makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, let's build it there then, and we'll see if we can issue some demands to Dave. See if he follows them. But otherwise, I think things are fairly happy at the minute. We're producing food for Ombu, but we can't do anything with it yet. We need the feeding trebuchet, I think, was it, to throw it at him. Okay, so we also have a herbalist, which plants and harvested herbs for medical use. Plots must be placed on grass soil. Okay. That seems like a good building to have, doesn't it? So it's going to want grass soil. Then let's put it this side, I think. I'm not sure how urgent these are, but I guess we'll find out. Stone cut has been constructed here now as well. There you go, yeah, so he wants 3 stone to produce 2 stone slabs. That seems inefficient. Shouldn't he get more stone slabs from 1 stone? Who knows? But with that in mind, then let's make sure that there are plenty of resources marked for harvest. So what happens... I kind of want to rip out one of these spikes, as sadistic as that sounds. Harvest. Can be harvested but reduces Ombu's trust. I want to know what happens if we reduce Ombu's trust. Is he going to like buck us off? Like buckaroo sort of thing? Ombu evacuated its bowels. What? Why is that news? What? Can we see? Can we see the evacuation? I don't know why I sound so excited by that. I just wasn't expecting that message to come up. Okay, well we don't have a we don't have a dung collector, so I can't harvest the crap, so to speak. But everything else is going swimmingly, minus the fact we've missed out on some crap. Wonderful, yes, so let's do the scavenger hut, because this will let us send workers out to scavenge rare resources and find new villagers. Let's commit to that one. And then what did we just unlock? It was the kitchen, wasn't it? Yeah, there we go. Oh, so that's handy. Every time you research a new building, the tab actually glows gold to let you know there's something new there. I do like that. That's very nice. So the kitchen will make berries, beets, and Ombu blood. Wait, we can harvest his blood? This is getting more and more, like, dark as the time goes on. Like, we were going to be harvesting his feces. We're tearing spikes out of his back. We can apparently harvest his blood as well. Ombu seems unsure which path to take at the crossroads. Well, my hornblower isn't built yet. Oh, which is actually using wood planks from the carpenter, which is quite handy actually. Okay. We can use 1, 2, and 3 on the keyboard as well to control the game speed. Pause will also be used with spacebar. So there's some traditional sort of city sim shortcuts that you're probably all familiar with at this point, or apply to this game as well. Okay, so stone cutter's going on. We're just waiting for a wood plank to come from this guy. Which is, there we go, they're bringing it over now. I guess we need more housing, don't we? I didn't build any more tents. Yes, I didn't, idiot. Okay, let's build some more tents then. I guess we can just keep them in this pattern. I guess it'll work. Oh, look at these people. They have little... Are these the scientists? Yes, they are. So I do like their little uniforms change depending on what job they have. That's very cute. Getting enough water. We're still in that humid environment. Our water tank is starting to fill up. So I guess it's a good idea when you're in humid climates to have a lot of the air wells to back up the water storage into the tank, so when you're out of the humid environment you do have water backed up. Cool, show interactions. So we can get him to run. Is that a run? I guess so. But we can walk. Okay. Oh, Obi doesn't trust your commands. Why not? We get him to lie down. Obi accepts your commands. Of course he does, lazy. He'd accept everything. He'll only listen to us with time to go to sleep. Okay. Well, he has 74% sleepiness, so I guess he does need to lie down now. And then we're what here? We're coming up to some more pink biomes, where there's mines or the settlements we can explore and whatnot. Okay, it's not bad. At least we'll just let him lie down for a little bit. Hopefully he'll go to sleep. So yeah, that's a really sort of cool mechanic, is the fact that we have to manage the health of the actual map itself. I'm really interested to see what happens if we get him down to 0 trust. Because I guess the game ends, he just throws us off. Unsure. Let's come in and harvest some of these rocks over here as well. We are running low on stone. Let's make sure this is harvested. Probably do with some tree harvesting now as well. Grab all these. These over here as well in the town centre should be fairly easy for you to get. And then our kitchen will be built soon. You know, the food situation doesn't seem that dire. Well, actually, yes, it does, because we're consuming more than we produce, which isn't good. I wonder if we maybe want another worker at the farm. So it looks like we can toggle plantation and harvesting. If I tell them I don't want them to harvest, that will force them into only planting, I guess, right? It would appear so, yes. And if I toggle harvesting back on, they will go to the old plants and start to pull them back out. Okay, so I guess you could just turn off harvesting until the full field is done and do like a big bulk harvest, I guess you could do. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, choose the next research. So we've got the scavenger hut now. The food stand we can do, village doctor. The cactus plantation, learn how to grow cacti at your farm. Cacti are an alternative water source in hot climates. Okay, that sounds useful. I'm guessing water is going to be quite important. I'm not going to lie, I'm keen to see the dung collector in action just because I'm quite curious as to what that looks like. And then there's the Ombu Doctor. The sleep command, so we can command Ombu to sleep. But we need a knowledge point for that, which we don't have. And then there's the Ombu kitchen, which makes mushrooms into Dave food. I realise I'm switching back between Dave and Ombu, but we'll just go for Dave. So, alright, let's go for Ombu kitchen then. We'll see if we can make him something nice to eat. And then in the meantime, we do have the scavenger hut, which, again, sensibly has to be placed on the edge of the map, where I guess we're going to jump off and go exploring. Looks like a fair distance to drop though, doesn't it? And there's Dave, look at him. Very cute little design, isn't it? It reminds me of something, but I can't quite put my finger on it. I'm thinking Shadow of the Colossus, but it's not that. Yeah, some sort of like PS2 era Japanese sort of JRPG I'm thinking of, but I can't quite put my finger on it as to what game this reminds me of. Please do let me know if you know. Okay, so these guys are pretty much fully harvested now, which we don't have the on-boot kitchen to do anything with these mushrooms at the minute, so they're just going to have to sort of chill out. Yeah, storage is full. You won't store mushrooms at the pantry because they're strictly for Dave. We won't eat them. Okay, I guess that's fine. Wood planks are being made here. That will finish off our kitchen. And let's have a look at the... can we set highest priority? Yeah, let's go ahead and get this built so we can start sending people off of Dave into the wider world. We'll see what we can find out there. What's going on here again? So we need a plot for this medicinal herb garden. And we will lose a few berry bushes, but we seem to be alright for food at the minute. Yeah, storage is full. There's not much we can do about that, I'm afraid, until we get the Dave kitchen sorted. Berry gatherers are doing alright here, I think. Okay, yeah, so it's just waiting for that to be done. We should have a fair amount of resources, I think. Maybe we actually want to reduce some of the worker counts in the other buildings, especially in Dave's mushroom farm as well. Oh, we can actually add some more people to workers. Okay, so we can specialize them as general workers, builders, carriers, harvesters, or back to general workers again. I like that actually. I wish Farthest Frontier had something like that, where you could tell them whether to be labourers or builders through a building, rather than through the interface, which isn't really that intuitive anyway. I like that. Okay, so we'll just set them as general workers, I guess. That's going to come and tell them to harvest and whatnot, I suppose. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, let's do some little dirt road frames around the back here and sort of link our town together. Give things a little bit of a border if we can. We always like it to look good, right? Set up some frames over here. I'm aware we're losing some berry bushes, but we should be okay. Next research, wonderful. So we've got Ombu's kitchen now. Let's do dung collector next. And then we can get Ombu's kitchen in. So we'll make mushrooms into Dave food. I realise I'm switching back and two between. I'm sorry. Maybe Ombu is easy enough to remember. Alright, so we'll put his kitchen opposite his food farm. And then I guess we'll make some food for him, although he's not really that hungry. Oh, we should tell him to get up, shouldn't we? He's been sleeping for ages. Wake up, Dave. There we go, now he accepts my command. Tremendous. So we've not encountered any poison yet. Because Ombu is currently standing, the air toxicity is none. If Dave was lying down, ground toxicity would apply. Currently none, okay. This place is unaffected by poison. Not as comfortable for Ombu to sleep in. Oh, he's just had a big sleep, hasn't he? So we'll not worry about that. This decision lies in your past. God, that's deep, isn't it? Okay, so we've got some nomads. There's an Ombu feeding spot here as well. So it looks like he lives on a diet of mushrooms, which I guess is why we're growing exclusively mushrooms for him. I feel like maybe another worker at the stone cutter might be useful because he's taking quite a long time to produce. So from what I can tell, there is no reproduction mechanic, if you'll allow me to be so crude. It doesn't look like the villagers are gonna... I mean, I guess it's polite, right? If they started banging on the back of Dave's back, it's a little rude, but there doesn't seem to be any children mechanic. We have to find new villagers all the time. And they don't seem to die either. Oh, Ombu's eating. Can we see him eat? Oh yes, look, he's pulled over for a little mushroom snack. That's adorable. Like licking them up as well. There you go. What a game. What a concept for a game this is. Okay, so just sort of waiting about for these to get built now, right? Food is not too bad. This is one wood plank away from finishing our kitchen, which is hopefully on its way. Add another person into the carpenter as well, so I can focus on the worker. Where are you going? You're doing a beat. Storing beats rather, not doing a beat. Makes him sound like a beatboxer or something. The scavenger hut's constructed. Wonderful news. Full staff required. Not enough workers available. Okay, so let me remove the 2 workers I just put into these buildings. Hiring worker. Yes, I would like to hire a worker. Can we remove a builder? There we go. And then let's put them into the map. A short cold snap is coming up. Okay. There's also a crossroads. Okay, well let's send them out to the settlement here. So we can send them to a settlement which is one of only a few remaining settlements that has not yet been swallowed by the poisonous plants. Some villagers might want to join us on Dave, depending on our villagers' happiness. Okay, so let's send them there then. That's going to form the expedition party. Yeah, so they're out exploring now. I'm guessing they're going to come back with more people then. In such a scenario, we should probably build some more tents. And then the kitchen is now making berry muesli or beet soup. I guess we've got more beets than we do berries, so focus on beet soup, I suppose. Can we add another worker back onto the farm now? No, there's not enough workers available. Okay, so we just entered a cold snap. Oh, it's snowing. Might affect the growth of your crops. 22 hours. Okay. I'm going to remove a worker from here and hopefully he gets sent to the farm. Yeah, so they auto-assign, that's quite handy. Again, this guy is growing some herbs, although he does need water. Okay. I feel like maybe we should build a few more of these. Water, it seems like it's going to be quite scarce. Speaking of, probably the cactus plantation's a good one to go for now. So, let's do that one. Then we just got the new building, the dung collector. So it collects dung from Dave, which can be used to produce biogas and fertilizer. Again, we can only place it near his ass, which is appropriate, I suppose, isn't it? It's appropriate. Alright. Okay, let's have it there then, I suppose. I'm very curious to see what that looks like. Yes, some new people want to join. Yes, hello, welcome in. Cool. And then... oh, more people. Yes. 2 hungry people join the village. Oh, great. They're going to be scrounging around, aren't they? They're not going to do anything to contribute. Okay. Well, in that case, then let's add 2 more workers into the farm, because you guys are going to start needing to plant in a lot more food. Probably some berry gatherers. An extra one will also be useful. Do we have enough housing now? Yeah, we're good. We're okay. Ombu's kitchen is still taking a while to be built. We probably should add some workers back into these spaces, but again, we have no natural resources. So let's just harvest all that. And then some more stone is ideal. So I guess this is the point now where I'm going to have to start eating into... are those stones that are regrowing? Yes, they are. Ombu's spikes are worth 30 stone though. I can see the appeal in tearing the spikes out of his back, I'm not going to lie. We're going to tear 2 spikes out and see what happens. Oh, a scavenging party returned. They're accompanied by 4 new people who want to join the village. Tremendous. Cool, so let's send them out again. There's a mine here. We don't really have need for iron ore right now. Oh, there's a poison forest. Why don't we do this? A forest full of infested plants. We have no idea what we might find here. Sounds good to me. Go do that. Hopefully they don't die. Hopefully it's not a flashback to Foundation. For anyone that watched that series where we sent all our soldiers off to die immediately. was not successful. Missing resources. Water. That's not good, is it? Okay, so we're all out of water now. We could really do with moving back into a humid environment then, couldn't we? Not that I have any control over that, but we're going to have to wait and see. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh, Dave grumbles unhappily as it feels its spike being torn out. Oh my god, that's so grim. I'm so sorry, Dave. Is it affecting anything on him? He doesn't seem that bothered. I'd really like him to stop in a humid environment again. These are cold snaps. Can we get rain snaps? That'd be like really helpful. Looks like there's desert biome over here, so I guess we want to steer him away from the deserts, don't we, using the hornblower? We'll have to wait and see. Okay, so this is going to make mushrooms into onbu food for us now. So at least these will start to sort of work in unison together. However, we do still need, speaking of, the onbu feeding trebuchet, right? Yes, there we go. So it can be used to launch food. I mean, he's even that hungry? He's only 22% hungry and he's eating plants as he goes. So I guess he's alright. Let's have a look at the research tree again. So why don't we do... We can't do the sawmill yet. So that produces wood by mining the giant trunks on Ombu's back. Alright. Extracts bile from Ombu's gallbladder. This process slightly reduces its health and trust in you. This is horrendous. They're like harvesting the animal while it's still alive. And then the compost heap. This will compost dung to it. Compost uses fertilizer, biogas as fuel by decontaminators. So I guess if we've got the dung collector, we want the compost heap as well, don't we? Let's have a look at something else though. So we can do wheat harvesting. That sounds better. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we now need the bakery. Yes, and then okay, yes, it's farthest frontier all over again, isn't it? So corn is very heat resistant, requires little water, but grows slowly. Got a food stand, a hut, a warehouse. So yeah, it's a pretty decent tech tree. There's quite a bit in here. We can research black pudding. Then the blood extractor. God, we're making black pudding. God, from the blood of Onbu. Or Dave, sorry. I should get it right. Okay, let's go for the feed and trebuchet then, I guess. We'll get that out of the way with. Right, so things are freezing. Food is dwindling. I'm guessing that's going to be murdering our crops, isn't it? So you know what now? I want the food research. So let's go for that instead. These guys are still out on their journey. Let's have a look at the world map and see what's coming up. Yeah, nothing major. There's a dune here with fine sand. Okay. Oh, Ombu food. Okay, yeah, so the resources are growing up here now. And we desperately need wood. Wood is like an enormous resource that's just not being made at the minute. So let's go ahead and grab these trees up here. Yeah, there's trees marked for harvesting here. Can we add some more workers back in? Or is that everyone accounted for now? Yeah, it looks like it. Ombu evacuated its bowels again. And then yawns. Sounds like me first thing in the morning. The dung collector hasn't been built though. Okay. Yeah, it's just what's wrong with you guys? Badly poisoned. Why? What did you do? Oh, a scavenging party returned. They brought back 14 herb, but 2 got poisoned during the scavenger hunt. Okay, that's because I sent them to a poison forest, isn't it? My apologies. There's a regular forest here. Wood or mushrooms can be found. Okay, that only takes 5 hours, so go do that. I'm sorry that you're poisoned, but you're just going to have to deal with it. Our herbalist... Well, there is a building, isn't there, that will... Well, it's the doctor, isn't it? The doctor building should probably be researched next if we're starting to experience a little bit of poison now, I think. So with you guys, yes, not enough workers available. Yes, we will hopefully encounter some people. Oh, scavenging party returned. They brought back 14 wood. Okay, so that's a cute little method of just sort of boosting your own resources then, isn't it? I could send them to a quarry and get a load of stone. We have a lot of stone though. Nomads looking for a new home. Ombu's quite sleepy though. Dave, sorry. No, never gonna remember. Go to that settlement so we can get some more people, because I could do with a little bit more workforce. Cool. And then... got plenty of beets and berries. The food situation is getting a little bit more dire. Yeah, so we can do beet and cactus now. Okay, so I think we should maybe set up another farm. Let's go for... I guess we can make this our farming district, right? That's sort of how it's developing at the minute. Okay, so we'll have it here. I'm aware I'm going to lose those berry bushes, but I'm not really relying on berries for food at the minute. And then if we can set this up to be a cactus farm, that should give us a little bit more water, because we have 0 water at the minute, which is therefore having a knock-on effect on the food production. Love the little kitchen though. Looks like they've got a little pizza oven in there. It's very cute. It's very cute. Scavengers brought back 14 wood. Oh, is that the old notification? Yes it is, isn't it? Open map. Oh, I'm awaiting a decision. Oh my god. Your scavengers interfere with the shaman ritual. The native tribe of the settlement furiously start threatening your people, insisting that you provide a sacrifice for another ritual immediately. Okay, so we can give them 15 bread, which we don't have. We can grab what we can and run away. 100% we're doing that. Your scavengers wait for the right moment and leg it. what a word to use. Just when they thought they had escaped, the shaman cast a spell on them. Oh god. Low productivity triggered. Oh no. Scavenger party returned demoralized. The villagers' productivity has been lowered by 20% for 3 days. Fantastic. Wonderful. That's exactly what we want, isn't it? Great. Great success. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to send you to a quarry then. Go on. Let's go to a quarry. Everyone's now 20% less efficiency because Harry Potter cast a spell on us. Okay, and then this will get built as well eventually, I imagine. Yeah, I think I've probably got too much of a worker split here, haven't I? We don't need 2 people at Ombu's kitchen. So come and work here. And we probably don't need 5 people here either. So again, you guys are producing wood planks. You're just about producing stone slabs. It's not the best success ever, is it? But we'll keep going. Let's see what's going up on the world map. Looks like we're going to miss those nomads, which is a shame. Could have done with some more people. Cool. Yeah, so we'll have that as a cactus farm. That will hopefully help with the water situation. These just basically produce nothing. Do we want to maybe do another one of these? I feel like for the size of the settlement now, we do need water. Water and wood are both very low. And what's wrong with you? Missing resources. Okay, so the temperature isn't good for the mushrooms at the minute. Okay, I guess that's just a symptom of the temperature, isn't it? Hopefully that'll change as we move out of it. Choose your next research. Okay, so I think we should go for village doctor. Yeah, that feels like a good one, doesn't it? Especially if we're starting to get poison now. Cool. Oh, the dung collector's been constructed. Tremendous. It does require staff, and I love the little logo for the classic cartoon dog turd there. Okay. Cool, yeah, so we just need more workers. We need to find some people. You guys brought back, what, 10 stone? It's alright, I guess. I'm reluctant to send you back to a poison forest again. I'm gonna do it though. Alright. It's worth the risk, I think. If they die, don't they? Oh god, no. It wasn't worth the risk. Instantly backfired. Many of your villagers are poisoned. No. Badly poisoned for... Wait, how are the other people poisoned as well? How did you guys get poisoned? If Ombu was lying down, ground toxicity would apply. Is he lying down? No, he's okay. Well, we definitely need the doctor then, don't we? Looks like maybe the doctor would have been a good build into... build at the start. There we go, we're starting... Well, we were starting to stockpile some amount of water. But it's instantly being drained away by the farms. But otherwise, guys, I think we are going to leave this first look at Wandering Village here. If you do want this to be a series, do let me know. We can make a few episodes out of it. It's not going to become a mainstay on the channel, I don't think. Just because it's still early access, there's not that much scope out here, but we can carry on working through the research tree if indeed you guys have enjoyed it. Do let me know down in the comments what you think of it, and indeed if you do want it to carry on. It's a really cute game. It's a very different take on the old classic sort of city sim. It's got a very distinctive art style, especially with the fact that we're riding Dave, where the city is actually built on. Very unique. Won't be for everyone, I don't think. I didn't think it would be for me when I saw it, but having played it now for a couple hours, it's fun. It is fun. It's in early access. I'll leave the Steam page link down below, so please do go and show them some support. It's a really small dev team, a little indie team from Switzerland that have put this together, so please do go and show them some support if indeed you would like to. Otherwise, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching, and as always, enjoy the rest of your day.